All right. So there is a cool riff from Steal Away the Night. It's Randy Rhoads and Ozzy Osbourne. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at a few things. One is called dyads, and another is how you form these like kind of pedal tone bass line things going on at the same time, which is a really cool thing that Randy does in a lot of his playing and stuff. So, and we're not going to take a look at this is how you play this riff. We're going to kind of take a look at his approach. Like how what the different techniques are he uses in there, and yeah, how he approaches his way of playing, different songs and parts of songs and stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right. So first off, he uses this thing called dyads, and it's basically a two-note chord. Technically, power chord is a two-note chord too. So you can say it's a dyad in a way. It's underneath that definition, but we really don't. We still play it, treat it as a chord. We just call it a power chord. Dyads are what we really refer to as dyads, or these stacked chords right here. Sort of like stacked notes, I should say. So it's sort of like smoke in the water. Playing a bunch of dyads there. And what it really is say we take this chord right here. It's an E5 power chord, root on the A. We're just taking the root out, at least the lower root, because we still have the root here, and here's our fifth. Sometimes call it a fourth dyad, because if you go from here and compare it to going right below, that's a fourth dyad. But you can still kind of think of it in reverse, where here's our actual root of the chord. That's the way I like to think of it. The root of the chord, and here's the fifth right here. So it's that part of the chord. We're just taking that out. Now it has this little root kind of this little bass line thing going on, where you have starts. Now it plays this chord. Kind of goes back and forth. Well, just imagine if we tried that with the full chords. It's these two chords. Try to do that quick. Kind of playing something over here, jumping over here, there, play another couple of notes here, jump over here. That's a pain in the butt. So it makes more sense to play that part of the chord for that part of the chord for that, and then we can cover it by using these two fingers. And we don't have to move around anywhere. We can keep our hand right there. So we can easily go back and forth and play those chords. And speaking of this little line, basically it's kind of like playing this. It's kind of playing something like that, but it sounds more interesting if we had this little bass line going on. See how it has all these little bass line things going on the top? It's not just the chords and maybe just a little generic chug. And this is kind of a pedal tone kind of bass line thing going on. It's called counterpoint. And it's a classical kind of technique where they have a bass line going. They have a lead line going on, and then often the bass line, is kind of almost doing something different. So it really sounds like two different instruments playing. So that's what Randy liked to do is take those concepts and apply them to the fretboard, and stuff that he creates. So that's what he's doing here, using these dyad to give the chords, and then these are the bass lines. So you have hear that? There's the bass line, and then we go down here. Here we playing this. So now hitting this as the root part of our bass line. We don't really have to do anything here. Here's our dyad here. And then we do our little goes like that, and then we can play this, which would be that chord. Again, that'd be a pain in the butt trying to go. Kind of trying to go back and forth between these chords. So we use the dyad, and we don't have to move around. Go back to that, and then we have. Take a look at that, how this all works nice and slow. See how cool that is? Where, yeah, we have these chords. But instead, we have that little bass line thing going. Got the chords still going, but we have that cool bass line going on. So that's really, really cool. That's one of Randy's signature type of approaches to creating parts of songs and riffs and stuff. He didn't like to just play chords and that's it. He liked to apply, that again, bringing in that classical counterpoint kind of technique in his playing, and taking those concepts and apply them to rock guitar, and that's what made him totally different than anybody else. Sure, after that he came to Yngwie's and all the shredders and stuff that did neoclassical, but Randy did a little bit different. He did the lead thing, but he also brought in classical into his actual rhythmic composing, rhythm guitar composing when he composed the songs and stuff. So yeah, so that's all this was about, just kind of bringing that out so you can see something, his approach. And as far as playing that exact thing, yeah, there's videos out there and tabs, you can learn that, but definitely go learn that, but kind of take what you learned here and kind of rip it apart, and just, it's good to learn what the artists are actually doing, instead of just copying, song, one song after another and not learning from it. Yeah, you want to, as much as you can, learn a little bit. What is he doing here? How can I apply this to my own playing? And that's what Randy was big on too, about you finding your own original voice and you creating your own music. He was more about that. So there you go. Little lesson on Steal Away the Night. A little Randy compositional kind of tool for you. So hope you enjoyed that. Have some fun. Definitely go out and learn that song completely. It's a really cool tune. And if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.